Hello. This is your Wholesome Cinnamon Bun, unscripted for special content. This is what the third proper take of this. It's difficult. Not really quite knowing exactly what to say and not wanting to script it because I sort of feel like it needs to be more genuine than that. It is 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening. I have a cup of chamomile tea. I'm looking at my studio dashboard, and we are currently sitting at 1,857 subscribers, with 1,822 of those subscribers coming in the last 28 days, and that is just mind-boggling. This video is supposed to be celebrating the 1,000 subscribers. Before I had the chance to even do that, we hit 1,500, and now we're on our way to 2,000, and that is just really more than I ever could have hoped for. I said it in the first community post, right? This is more than I ever could have imagined or hoped for, and I'm just incredibly thankful to everyone that enjoys what I'm putting out. And really, thank you so much. I would still be doing this, I think, if 10 people enjoyed what I was doing, because it's something I enjoy doing, and if 10 people enjoy it and are calmed, relaxed, or find some form of entertainment out of it, that's something that I find incredibly valuable. Now, in celebration of 1,000 subscribers, and now 1,500 subscribers and nearly 2,000 subscribers, I put out the call for a question and answer session, and I will answer those questions in a second. But first, I think that I require a proper introduction. So, you know me as Wholesome Cinnamon Bun. My name is Cameron. I am 25 years old. I am 5 foot 5.5 inches tall, and that half inch is very important, though I will round up anyway. I drink my coffee black, though I have no reservations about those that decide to drink their coffee any other way. My go-to Starbucks order is the tall blonde vanilla oat milk latte. I am a single Pringle and ready to mingle. And I have too many hobbies. I think that about covers my introduction. So now we can actually get into questions, right? Starting from the very beginning. Where is it? Okay. Tomoko asks, why the name Wholesome Cinnamon Bun? I like cinnamon buns. I want to be wholesome. I think it's actually a meme. I don't remember where it comes from. I know that one of the bigger influences recently was a script from, I believe it was Yankan. I have it up in front of me right now. Your yandere kidnapper finds out you have low self-esteem, and the speaker demands that you say that you are a cinnamon bun. And I just found that adorable. But I've loved cinnamon buns for a very long time. Question 2 from Tomoko. Do I have some sort of social media that people can use to send you drawings or scripts? As of recording this, no, but I will make sure that I have something for you, an email address down in the description. Just keep in mind that if you want to do that, one, make sure that you have the rights to you for those drawings, especially particularly draw them yourself. And Same with the scripts. Make sure that you have the rights to use those scripts, or have specifically written them. Of course, I reserve the right to not use them, but if there's like fan art or something, I don't expect that, but if it exists, then, and I don't use it in like a video thumbnail, I'll post it on the community tab. I won't be getting like a Twitter or anything. I do have Twitter, but it's not for this brand, and I'd sort of like to keep it that way. And one last note on drawings and scripts, my content is not monetized. We will cross that bridge when we get there, but I do not intend on doing a monetization of my content, but I also know that you'll get ads on it anyway, so we'll figure that out later. Do I like any horror or terror games? And yes and no. I mean, none in particular come to mind. The most recent one I've played is Lone Survivor, and that's a game that I twice now in the past 10 years or so have picked up for about a half hour and not pick up. Not for like lack of interest, just haven't felt like playing it. I have strong opinions on horror as a genre, but I tend to avoid the genre specifically because I have issues. Like, I don't, like, I might not scare easily in some ways. Like, a certain scene might not affect me immediately, but it will give me nightmares for like a week afterwards, and I don't like that. Question 4 from Tomoko. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I could have a favorite food. Like, pizza can be a pretty nutritionally balanced one, but I'm pretty sure that you can, I remember reading that you can survive off of just butter and potatoes, so I will pick butter and potatoes. This tea is still too hot. Do you have a favorite show, TV show, anime, cartoon, series, etc.? I do not watch live television. I'm mostly stick with anime. Same with cartoons. The only one that I really got invested in the past few years was Steven Universe, and that I hold in pretty high regards up until the end, where it got a little bit of a rush job for some very not kind executive reasons. The anime, if you had asked me last year what my favorite anime is, I would have probably said Kill la Kill, and Made in Abyss being a close second, but this past year saw the introduction of My Dress Up Darling, and now it was a flash pan for sure, but it is definitely probably my favorite now, just because I'm a sucker for romance, I guess. Let's see, what else do we got here? Where else are we? Concrete Roses on the video for Hyper Harpy Boy Attempts to Court You asks, how do you make the flying bird sounds? And I actually wanted to answer that properly because I replied with a comment with my burb wings, and Concrete Roses deserves a better comment or a better response on that. All the sound effects from Hyper Harpy are coming from, I believe, freesound.org. Under the Creative Commons Zero license, and with the bird sound or the flying bird sounds, I don't remember if I specifically looked for bird flaps or not, but I do know that the specific sound effect is the sound of a coat flapping, and I just took the individual flaps, stretched them, shrunk them, sped them up, slowed them down, pitch shifted them to get some variation in them, And I think it turned out really good, despite my lack of like traditional um, education in that, and like just going off the cuff with that in Audacity, which is a linear, I would say linear editor, in the sense that once you make a change, it is changed and you can't change it back. So I think I did pretty well with those sound effects, and it's unfortunate, I guess, that I haven't had many sound effects to deal with. Just because of lack of time, I haven't been able to like do the role plays that require larger, like more sophisticated sound effects. So, Aura Ridley asks, okay, but can I has one? In reference to the batch of cinnamon rolls that I made for my neighbors. No one ever bakes for me. And yeah, you can has a cinnamon bun if you wish. Okay, where am I next? Okay, there we go. And on the last call for Q&As, we have Abby Clark with a few questions, but I'm gonna... Oh no, we'll do it. We'll get all of Abby's questions first. Quiet cafe at sunset or beach at first light? And from my personal experience, this is like a gimme. Quiet cafe at sunset. Actually, a cafe, quiet or not, at any time of day. I might have my regular Starbucks order, but like one of my favorite experiences is the experience of enjoying a mediocre or better cup of coffee in a proper cafe with proper ceramic servingware, or like a proper glass. Like nothing wrong with paper cups as far as the efficiency goes, but it's just a really enjoyable experience to be able to sit down, whether it's inside or outside, sipping on a cup of hot beverage from like a proper glass ceramic cup. Abby Clark also asks, do you have a favorite mythical creature? Or more along the lines of humanoid types, and if multiple, you can do a list. And for some reason, the first one that comes to mind is mermaids, which is a bit silly, I think. And of course, I've gained a soft spot for harpies recently. So, yeah, harpies and mermaids, I guess. And I'll get to this last one in a second, but Abby Clark did want to apologize for the spam and just wanted to say that thank you for the content, and thank you for bringing smiles and comfort, and thank you so much, Abby, for that comment. You were not spamming, and you have nothing to be sorry about. But here we are in Abby's last question. If there are any of the videos that I have done that I want to do a part 2 of, and what is the one you are most excited about in that case? So I think out of the ones I've done so far, the only two off the top of my head that I'd like to do a sequel for are Shy Boy, in which I've already started the process of doing that sequel. I wonder if you can hear the water, because I can. If you can't, that would actually be great, because that means I can record and not have to worry about those sounds. Anyway, so Shy Boy, which I'm in the process of doing, and of course, I would love to see a Santi sequel, but this is where I gotta be that downer again, and it was mentioned in the first community post. Where is it? I had it here. Okay. Right. A lot of people ask for sequel videos, and I understand, where you're coming from, right? It's, really nice to have this attachment to a specific character and want to get more of that character. But these are collaborative efforts, even if they aren't like explicit collabs. Like the Hyper Harpy Boy is written by Excited Kitty, if there's going to be a sequel, it would only make sense for Excited Kitty to write that sequel. And Excited Kitty will write that sequel when Excited Kitty wants to write that sequel. It is not my choice to make. I can't force her to make a script. And, you know, like all of us, I believe, Excited Kitty is a very busy person, and she's doing the script writing as a hobby out of the generosity out of her own heart, and I respect her decisions to write or not write a sequel. So it's her choice, not mine. I would love to fill it if she ever does it, but if she just doesn't want to bother at some point, changes her mind and says, not feeling it, that's okay too. So again, I mentioned this in the community post, but another reminder just to please don't ask for sequels to scripts that I either I haven't specifically written or don't already have a sequel written. And I specify the latter because there are scripts that I'm interested in doing that already have an established series to them. So those are fine. Scripts that I write myself are fine. But specific scripts that aren't part of a series, please do not ask for sequels. I think Shy Boy's a bit different. Not to bash on the scriptwriter there, because I loved that script, but we're working with a character archetype, so in that case I don't mind writing the script there, because I can turn it to my own character at that point and not have much trouble, I don't think. Maybe some people disagree. So that is, those are the questions from Abby, and the PSA once again about script sequels. Kitty Kerman, speaking of Excited Kitty, asks why a cinnamon roll. Is it your favorite sweet? And if it isn't, what is? And what is your favorite second favorite sweet? Yeah, cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns rank up pretty highly. Pastries in general, it's mostly a texture thing, I think. I enjoy cakes. I enjoy croissants, and I enjoy cinnamon buns. I enjoy bread in general, mostly, as I said, out of the texture, I think. The softness is just something I appreciate. And something... sorry, it's late. Yeah, I go to bed at 9 o'clock and wake up at 6, and it's 8:35. Jeez. And something about the process of making cinnamon buns I particularly like too. So, like, more so than other breads, and I do enjoy baking bread, but cinnamon buns are a step above for some reason to me. My tea is still too hot. And what is my second favorite sweet? My old man in me says the Werther's Original, which is on the opposite end of the softness spectrum, but okay. Now, that is every question that I think that I've seen, and I am thankful for all of you that asked questions. I am incredibly thankful to all of you who enjoy what I'm putting out. To see the comments and see the smiles on your faces puts a smile on my face every time. And I'm just, again, incredibly thankful. It's more than I ever could have asked for. And I hope to keep doing this for as long as I feel like doing it. Closing thoughts. Any other closing thoughts? I thought I had one. Yeah, I'm running 20 minutes in this recording now. It's probably going to be trimmed down a little bit, but not much. So, we'll save the bloops for another time. As the 2K subscriber special, which will come up in a week. Jeez. It's uncontrollable growth. But still, I am, again, it's just so incredibly thankful to all of you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night.